Hello, welcome to The Glass Tire. It's the week of July 7th, 2016. I'm Rainey Knutson in Los Angeles with our very special guest, Matt Stromberg, LA writer. You have written for us.
Yes.
You write for Hyperallergic.
Hyperallergic, KCET Artbound, Artsy, Daily Serving, Contemporary Art Review LA.
Yeah. What have you been working on lately?
I've been working on a top 5 list with you.
We thought we would count down the shows that are in Los Angeles, and they're up mostly through the summer, through the end of the summer, if not into September. So if you're out in LA in the next couple of months, you should see some of these shows. Number 5 is
Gronk, Theater of Paint at the Craft and Folk Art Museum on Wilshire.
You've seen this.
I've seen it. I saw Gronk talk at kind of a preview.
How was the talk?
He's fascinating. He kind of pulls from B movies and Greek tragedy, Greek theater, and everything.
But
in
it's
between.
These are all set designs. It's his later stuff.
Yeah. So Gronk was a member of ASCO, which was a Latina art collective in, I guess, the 60s and 70s in LA. Kind of performance and conceptual stuff. And this is kind of totally different. It's a lot of, so for the past 20 or 30 years, he's been doing set design, a lot of backdrops, a lot of theatrical props, things like that.
Cool.
And it also highlights his daily practice. He has a daily drawing practice. Every day he goes to the cafe and draws every morning. So it's kind of an interesting take on what being a living, working artist is.
Number 4. We're gonna have a Siskel and Ebert thumbs up, thumbs down moment on this show.
I love it. I think I'm the Ebert.
You're the Ebert. I'm the Siskel.
It's Lutz Bacher, Magic Mountain.
At 356 Mission. So this is one of those big immersive installations. I liked it better upon learning more about the artist. If it had been, I assumed that it was a young artist, and knowing that it's not a young artist makes me grudgingly like it more. But I still couldn't get behind this one.
I knew nothing about her. I thought she was a man. I thought she was a German man, which I think is what she.
It's a pseudonym, right?
It's a pseudonym. She's an American.
Very George Eliot.
Yes, yeah. She's an American female artist. Worked a lot in the Bay Area. Recently moved to New York, and I wasn't really familiar with her work at all. But she works a lot with appropriation. Found images, found objects.
The space is a big warehouse, and there's a giant glossy photographic image of a sort of wintry mountain, alpine mountain, hanging from the ceiling and dragging on the floor almost like a carpet. And then the floor is strewn with sand and glitter, so it's kind of crunchy and sparkly as you walk. And then there's this piano sound, and as you walk into the space and walk around, you realize there's an actual white piano, but it's not actually playing this music. There's like a speaker inside of it or whatever.
Yeah.
You like the basement piece.
The basement I liked a lot. It's a Magic Mountain, the titular piece, made of kind of foam.
Spiky foam
packing units. And I just thought it was really smart.
Well,
really
and
simple,
the video.
really fun.
The video is important.
And I thought there was a great video featuring Leonard Cohen, about maybe 5 or 6 different projections, just of a quick, like half a second clip,
and that's like it.
Just saying not even like a whole word, like half a word, and kind of replayed and kind of making a composition.
He appears out of the shadow, and so you'll see a glimpse of his face. The video is the best part of the whole thing. Number 3, we were both thumbs up on number 3.
I was a thumbs up. I was more tepid than you were. Yeah.
Okay. I was prepared not to like this. It's Hito Steyerl, who's German.
She's actually German.
She is actually German, this is for real. And this is her video at MOCA. It's gotten a ton of press.
Yeah.
She's tapping into anxiety, I think, that people have. Like, where is this species going? And just really attention mostly around technology and what it's doing to us. And there's a storyline, sort of. Supposedly it's like a futuristic... Gulag, yeah. Like, so is it a dystopian future society? I think it is. And these worker bees are in these gulag-like camps, but where they're playing a video game, but they, I guess, don't realize it, or I don't know. And they have to get to various levels, and they're trying to get to levels, and they're dancing, and the dancing is creating light for a corporation that's, I guess, selling the light. And the corporation is murdering people with drones. And then, of course, the room is like walking into the movie Tron. You know, it's very
the room is
glammy.
Super cool.
It's super cool. And it's, of course, got all these lounge chairs. So you sit back, a very virtual reality type experience, and you're just like, and you just absorb. Yeah. Number 2, this was awesome. Made in LA at the Hammer. Such a good show. This is
third.
Is it the third?
The third LA biennial.
Yeah, and so this one was smaller than previous ones, right?
It is. It's the smallest. I think it has 26 or 28 artists, I want to say.
What's fun about this show is that it's not the same old thing, and so it's just people you've never heard of probably and wouldn't be necessarily familiar with. Huguette Caland, Lebanese-born octogenarian artist, lived in Paris for a long time but was in LA. She made caftans for Pierre Cardin in the late 60s, early 70s. She had these wonderful, pubic hair drawings, kind of, I don't know, it was very much of its time in feminist work. Kenzie Shiokava's room was really nice.
Yeah, he's
Brazilian-Japanese, right?
A Brazilian-Japanese guy who came to LA, and these wonderful assemblage sculptures. A whole forest of these totems that I thought were great.
They were great, and his little sort of Joseph Cornell diorama boxes with action figures.
And I was amazed that I had never heard of him.
Yeah, that's what's fun about Made in LA. And like Wadada Leo Smith, a lot of people are familiar with him through, I think, experimental music and jazz. They're drawings, but they're musical scores, and he has developed all the notation and everything. Kenneth Tam, who is currently a Core Fellow, and I recently complained about the Core show on Glass Tire. His was one of the pieces I really loved, and it was a video of 3 men in a room sort of bouncing off each other in this funny interaction, and he has a big installation at Made in LA. I guess he's recently enough in LA that he counts as being made in LA, even though he's not there now, he's in Houston. But I think these videos of, it's always men in these odd sort of interactions are very interesting and very watchable and funny.
Yeah.
And our number 1 show, of course, Hauser, Wirth, and Schimmel, Revolution in the Making, through September 4th. The inaugural show at the gallery-ish museum thing. It's a stunning space. Yeah. It is a commercial gallery, but that, of course, Paul Schimmel, the former MOCA curator and former Contemporary Arts Museum Houston way back when curator, was brought on with Hauser and Wirth to do this LA outpost of their gallery. And so he's put together a show. It's interesting to consider how many of those works are actually for sale.
It's the issue that a lot of people are raising about this hybrid model of for-profit space putting on museum quality shows.
Forget all that. The show is stunning. The space is beautiful. The main gallery is a converted flour mill space. There's clerestory windows across the top. The light is beautiful.
So the subtitle of the show is Abstract Sculpture by Female Artists, 1947 to 2016.
Yeah. So yes. So he definitely, it's niche, but it's not a show that I think anyone had really seen.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was saying it was kind of like late revisionism, because it takes the history of modernism and postmodernism, which is often told through a male painterly perspective, and totally flips it both in gender and in medium. So it starts with Bontekoe and Nevelson and Ruth Asawa. They have some great Ruth Asawa hangings. And then you've got Eva Hess and Sheila Hicks, a lot of great South American sculptors. And then a more contemporary gallery that has Laura Schnicker and other, great contemporary artists.
There is a funny moment where you're not in a traditional gallery where they have a little iPad check-in, and they ask you what you're interested in, and it's like outdoor activities, family activities. It's like going to a museum, and it's like, what do I want out of this experience? So they're not just trying to sell art.
Yeah, it's not. You don't gallery hop there.
Huge fancy restaurant, great bookstore.
Yeah, DAP does the bookstore, which is incredible.
Yeah. Well, if your travel should take you to Los Angeles, I would say that Los Angeles is the most exciting art city in the country right now. You're a native New Yorker. Would you agree?
Oh boy. Pitting me against my home turf.
He's a turncoat.
I love LA. I'm very excited to be here right now.
I was talking to Paul Slocum, the former Dallas director of Andor Gallery, who's opening a space in Pasadena out here, and he said people are just happy and relaxed, and they're not happy and relaxed in New York.
I don't know if people are happy and relaxed anywhere, but
We'll go see some art.
go see some art.